I came here today to talk about the one thing that no one wants to talk about. I don't even want to talk about it, but something tells me that I need to talk about it. Yes, sir, in case you have two eyes and know how to read, yes, that means that I'm talking about sex. And no one asked me this, but for some reason I felt like God put it on my heart to tell you a little bit about this. And I feel like God put this on my heart because I'm really thinking about it, and all the people today, it seems like they're just all sexually immoral. And no, not only non-believers, some of the people that are doing this are Christian. Now I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not saying that it's easy to sit there and stay away from all your desires and stay away from your lust. I'm not saying it's easy. All I'm saying is give it a shot, try. I don't even see people trying anymore. Half of the people, they think from the start that, oh, well, she's wearing that. There's no way I can get away from this. That is a lie. You can get away from it easy because there's many people throughout the Bible that have been able to get away from it. And it does say specifically in the Bible that sex is the thing that you shouldn't have until marriage. And so don't try to say anything else besides that, because that's true. Or another thing I hear is, I'm a stay abstinent, but... Well, guess what? I don't want to see and or hear your butts. Because there is no reason that you can't just sit there and get away from it. Now, you try to say that if I get in this situation, if I get in this similar problem, then I can't really control it. Well, guess what? Yes, you can. One thing you can do is not get into that situation. But the problem is, gentlemen, we have this other thing that we call lust. And you see, lust is that desire in your head that makes you want to have sex or make you want to get into these sexual relations with another girl. But see, the thing is, if we fight our lust, then it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that lust doesn't exist. I'm not saying that we aren't born with this sin and we aren't born with thinking about women this way. The one thing I'm saying though is we are born in sin. That does not mean that we cannot stay away from it though. Because I've heard so many people use the excuse, well, I'm a guy, so, I can't really control that. Everyone thinks about girls that way. Everyone wants to check out a girl. Everyone wants to look at that. Everyone wants to watch porn. Everyone wants to do all these other things. But what you don't know is you have something inside where you can fight that urge, and you cannot do it. Now, it is easy for me to say, oh, you can just easily get away from it. I'm not saying that. This is a constant war that every man has, and we will always have it inside our heart, no matter what time period, no matter what time zone, no matter how old you are, no matter whatever. You're always gonna battle with this, and all you can really do is fight. That's all you can do. Now we can try to sit there and sugarcoat it and say, well, this is just something that you can easily fight. It's really your problem if you weren't getting into all these things. But I'm gonna just be straight up with you. It is not easy to stay away from these things sometimes, but that doesn't mean that you don't fight it. That doesn't mean that you keep on feeding these desires by keep on doing these bad things. What you do is you get away from it. You stop doing those bad things. And maybe, just maybe, you can be able to get away from all that life of sin that you have right now. And you can be able to get away from all that different lustful desires that you have. All you have to do is keep yourself in the Word and keep yourself away from things like that. Keep yourself away from situations where you could possibly get into acts like that. Keep yourself away from things that could mess up your future. Because in the end, God just doesn't do this just because he likes messing up our fun or whatever. He does this because he cares about us. And he knows that if we have sex before marriage, that will make us think that every other relationship we have after, that we need to have sex to show our love. And that's not true. We can show our love through many different types of ways that don't have to do with anything sexual. And that's what people don't understand. See, people get into these things like, I don't know, like touching their girlfriend inappropriately. But then touching your girlfriend inappropriately leads to you wanting to do these sexual acts. And then those sexual acts lead to the worst stuff on the future. But people don't notice that when they do these things. And a lot of y'all are going to think I'm crazy for thinking that. But all I'm saying is, me, as long as I will follow Christ, I will keep on fighting these desires. Because as life goes through, life is a war. And I guess I'm always trying to sit there and fight. I always have to sit there and fight my flesh. Because my flesh is going to say that I need to do, I want to do one thing. Even though that one thing isn't right to do. Now, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make sure that I keep myself a virgin until marriage. Now, if y'all got a problem with that, y'all got a problem with that. But that's what I'm going to do. And that's what God tells us to do. And now, a lot of y'all gonna think I'm crazy. And I already said this before. But it's not crazy. It's just what God has told us to do. And as long as we keep on doing what God tells us to do, we will continue to live a full life. And that's all I have for today. And for any of y'all that are on this fight, trying to make sure that you don't fall for your desires, just know that there's people there that are trying to do the same. I am one of them. And all I'm saying is, keep on trying. No matter what your friends say that you need to do this and do that. No. Just stand your foot down and say, I'm going to keep myself until marriage. And that's what I have done. And that's what I hope you do too. And yeah, that, like I said before, this is all I have today. But if you have any questions, maybe message me or put it in the comments below, right below there. And if you want to keep on learning more about Christianity, more about what we believe, then keep on looking at this series, because I'm gonna continue to make more. It's maybe a mini series, it's not gonna be too long, but I just wanted to make like this series to like explain things that people don't understand. All right. Well, anyway, good night.